Say, yeah. All right, all right. This is the Horus Hour storytelling show. And that's what I'm known for. Storytelling. I know everybody's, you should be a comedian. You should be a comedian. That's what they would say every single time I would tell a story. Okay? Got me in the comedy clubs and all this stuff, and I ain't told not one joke. Getting standing ovations, and I ain't tell not one joke. I only told true stories. Okay? Hey, maybe they like them. Okay? Now, today, I'm going to tell you a story about how I met my big brothers. Okay? I say my brothers from 112th Street. Okay? Because I used to pray that I would have I used to be like, man, I wish I had a big brother. Okay? And I was in a real bad situation. And I ended up getting blessed when I moved to 112th Street and getting six big brothers. Okay? I end up getting six big brothers. All right. And they really act like my big brothers. All right. They used to watch out. When I moved over there, when I moved over there, I was 10. Okay. But it was like a week before my 11th birthday. Okay. So yeah, I had my big brothers, Eddie. We used to call him Mohead, and my big brother Greg. He was he was a star athlete, and at school, and man, Greg was like the man, on campus. And I had another Taco. Taco was like gangster, and but he was like cool. He lived on the street. He was like gangster, but he was cool. And he the one told me like, nah, you don't want to get in the gangs, man. All that stuff. He was a real cool dude. Anybody mess with you, you just come get me. He was like that. And then I had Dale, and Dale, he was the left-handed quarterback. And then we had my friend Tony, and we called him Gangster. Okay, he was like kind of yoked. He knew how to box. We called him Gangster. And then Terry. Terry is just a year older than me, but me and Terry used to walk to school and all this stuff. But then the little brothers, Craig and Carl and Lionel and Billy, my cousin Corey, and Lionel and Donnell. I mean, you know, it was they was great kids, great bunch of great dudes. Love them, love them to this day. Got some great stories about them, man, because they was like there for a brother. There for another kid. The whole street, we was like kind of tight. Okay, so what happened was, when I'm younger, like I said, I was 10 years old. My family was poor, broke. I mean, dead broke poor. Okay, I'm talking about go in the refrigerator and you open it up. The only thing you see in the refrigerator is a stick of butter. And that's it. And sometimes you go in there, the only thing you see is a pitcher of Kool-Aid. And that's it. Sometimes, you know, dinner was rough. You know, when I say we was broke, poor. You know, sometimes we had rice for dinner, no butter, no sugar, just rice, no salt, no pepper, just some rice and some water. Not even the good water, the tap water. Dad, mean, mean to me. Love my brother Mike. Used to tell me, sit on my hands and let your little brother kick your butt. And you bet not touch him. I was like, man, what a way to live. Mama already said she don't give a damn about you. My mama told me she don't give a damn about me when I was 3. So of course, when my dad used to whoop my ass, she didn't say nothing. Don't tell nobody. He putting little alcohol and peroxide on my back. Back looked like somebody thought I was Kunta Kinte's son. Okay? That white lady teacher lifted up the back of my shirt, seen all them webs and bruises, started screaming. Ah! That's when I realized white folks don't beat their kids like this. Okay? My family went on a run because the police looking for him. Okay? That's what happened. That's real. Okay? So anyway, I'll tell you the story how I ended up moving on to 112th Street. Okay? It's in August. It's hot. Okay? It's a few days before my birthday. Now, me and my brother, we're the only 2 kids that moved into this apartment complex. And when we moved into that apartment complex, there's no kids in there. There's maybe about 16 units in this complex, some downstairs, some upstairs. But anyway, we go in there, we move into this place, and they had a swimming pool. And the swimming pool was like real dirty, jacked up. The water in it was green, had chairs in it, boards in it, old raggedy junk, and it was jacked up. So I asked the manager of the building, why it was so dirty. He said it was because no kids lived in the apartment building. So he never was going to get it clean. He was going to leave it just like that. So I said, hey, what if me and my brother clean up all these leaves and all this stuff around here? Would you get the pool cleaned for me and my brother to swim in it? He goes, yeah. He goes, I tell you what, you and your brother sweep up these leaves every morning, every day, and it was in the summertime too. And he goes, you guys sweep this up every day. He goes, I tell you what, at the end of the month, I'll get this, I'll have my dad get this pool clean, because he was the manager and his dad owned the building. He's like, hey, I'll get this pool clean, have it real nice for you. I'm like, cool. So every day for the whole month, me and my brother cleaned up around the apartment building, the apartment complex. And the dude was true to his word. Okay. Because when he got that pool clean, it was sparkling. Okay. Sparkling clean. So I get ready to get in the pool. Me and my brother, we go get our towels. Like, hey, time to go swimming. Pool's clean. Go downstairs, and the downstairs neighbor say, get your ass out that pool. I go, what? I had only stuck my foot in. I was testing the water, okay? And it was cold, but it was a hot day. But he said, get your little ass out the pool. I said, the manager said, me and my brother can swim in the pool. And he goes, I said, get out. So I got out. Well, I wasn't even in it in the first place. So I walked back upstairs. And then my dad go, what you doing in here? And I look around like, what? I live here? Boy, quit playing. He all mad now. I'm like, what I'm doing here? I said, and then he goes, I thought you said you was going swimming. I said, I was, but the man downstairs made me and Myron get out. the pool. He said, what? I said, the man downstairs made me and my brother get out the pool. He said, he can't tell you to get out no pool. I said, well, he did. He goes, I tell you what. You go down there and you tell him you having a pool party. And that's what you do. You say we having a pool party. And go invite all your friends. I was like, we just moved here. I don't have any friends. Okay. Who? Myron? So I said, okay, I'll go meet some friends. So anyway, I go down the street and, it's a bunch of kids that live in the neighborhood. So I just start asking them, hey, my name is Harlan. You want to be friends? They looking at me like I'm crazy. And I said, we have a swimming pool where we live at. You want to go swimming? And they was like, yeah, because, they're little kids. So they're like, yeah, we want to go swimming. Can I ask my other friend? Yeah. So now I'm asking all the kids in the neighborhood if they want to come swimming. So if that dude thought 2 kids was making up a lot of noise, I tell you, I came back with at least 40 kids. All little kids that lived in the neighborhood, coming down the street. So that pool was crowded. Okay, it was a lot of people in there. We splashing. We got the little beach balls and little goggles on your face, and all this kind of stuff. And now, that dude, downstairs neighbor, he got a little barbecue pit out there, and he was barbecuing, right? And my dad was standing up on top of the stairs. Now, this dude, what can he say? He ain't saying nothing, right? So now him and my dad get to arguing, right? And my dad goes, poof, and spit right on top of his head. This dude, he had a big old gob of snot, man. You got a big old noogie. And it started running. This dude had a bald head, and it's like running down in his face. And the dude was like breathing. He's doing like this. He's breathing hard. I was like, oh man. I said, they gonna start fighting. I said, hey everybody, let's see how long we can hold our breath underwater, right? Because I want to see how long I can hold my breath underwater, have some little fun before they start fighting and ruin the party, okay? So I go up underwater, right? And when I go up underwater, next thing you know, I see feet just floop, 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 people jumping out of the pool. And I'm thinking to myself, I won. And I jumped up. And when I jumped up, man, I hear people screaming, jumping over the fence, people just running. I see my mom up the stairs. She's grabbing kids and she's putting them in somebody's apartment. She's trying to get everybody out the way. And she's going on, doing all this stuff. I'm like, what the heck? So now, next thing you know, the front of the pool area, it looks like a ghost town. Everybody's gone. Nobody. Only 3 people out there. It's my dad, the man from downstairs, and me. So I'm like, well, I guess this party's over with. So I start walking up the stairs. Now I know doggone well my mama seen me. She looking dead at me. And she unclosed the doggone window. Okay? She closed. I'm the last kid left. She gonna put the other kids in. My brother was in the house. My little sister was in the house. Both my little sisters. I's the only one outside. She closed the window. So now I got to walk past this man and my daddy. And this man is holding a knife so big. It looks like, have you ever seen that knife? Have you ever seen Rambo? You seen that knife Rambo was holding? It was a knife looked just like that. The Rambo knife. And my daddy, he had a gun. He had a 357. So I was trying to get into the house, but he was standing in front of the door. So I grabbed my dad's belt. I'm holding on to his belt because I don't have nowhere to go. I can't get in the house. And this dude is standing there with the knife, and my dad's got a gun. Now, listen here, people. I'm only 10 years old at the time, but I know damn well you ain't supposed to bring a knife to a gunfight. I'm trying to tell this dude, use my telepathy, drop the knife. Drop the knife. But obviously he didn't hear me because he lifted that knife up and my dad goes, booyah, shoots him right in the chest. His dude spins around. He does a complete 360. He's got a little tiny hole in his chest. His back was blown out. The dude is still holding the knife. So my dad does it again. Booyah! Shoots again. This time he hits him on the other side of the chest. He does another 360, but he goes the opposite way. Now, both sides of his back is blown out. This dude is wearing a white t-shirt too. Okay, so can you imagine what that looks like? A little tiny hole, and then when he shot him right there, a little tiny hole and a little trickle of blood was coming down. Half his back was gone. He's still holding the knife. He starts running with the knife, and this dude wearing some flip-flops. This dude coming up here, talking about he gonna stab somebody with a knife, and he wearing flip-flops. Then he got the nerve to lift the knife to somebody holding a 357 with some hollow points. Anyway, if this dude had a brain, he sure wasn't using it. So anyway, he's running. He's trying to get away now. Half his back is gone. My dad shoots again. Booyah! He shoots him in the arm, in the elbow. Then he dropped the knife. But I think it was too late. He dropped the knife too late. He was already running away. Then he dropped the knife. This dude runs to the end of the corridor, and his back is against the wall. He ain't got nowhere to go. He's just leaning against the door. And he sinks down, and he's like sitting on the ground, and he's trying to breathe. And my dad walks over to him, and he kicks him on his foot, and he goes, "Damn, you ain't dead yet? You dead now, nigga." Just like that. I was like, now I'm breathing. My ears is ringing. I can't hear nothing. This is like, just buzzing. So I run into the house now, and I tell my brother, I said, "Hey, you want to see a dead man?" Now, I'm 10. My brother's 9. My brother go, "Yeah." So we run to the front door, and then we stick our heads out the door and look down the corridor. And my brother goes, "How you know he dead?" And I said, "'Cause he not breathing." And he goes, "But his eyes is open." I said, "Yeah, but look at his chest. It's not moving." And then I said, "I dare you to go close his eyes like they do on the cowboy movies." And he said, "I dare you to do it." And I said, "I dare you to do it." And then I said, "Come on back in the house." Because my dad was just still standing there looking over at the swimming pool. Just standing there looking at the swimming pool. And I come in and I go, "Guess what?" He says, "What?" I go, "Daddy's going to jail." Daddy's going to jail. Daddy's going to jail. Yay! Yay! Daddy's going to jail. My brother said, why are you so happy? I said, he will never put his hands on me again. He will never hit me again. I said, and besides, we get to live with our Auntie Nia and our Uncle Jap, and they is rich. They is rich. We gonna eat every day. And boy, did we ever. When I got to my uncle and auntie's house, boy, they had a refrigerator full of food. Food, I tell you. They didn't have no grape aid and no Kool-Aid. They had real juice. They had orange juice, grape juice, and apple juice. They had all kind of food in their refrigerator. They even had some bacon. I ain't never seen bacon in my life. I don't know what bacon is, but it sure tastes good. Oh my goodness. They had every cereal. They had Captain Crunch. They had the good stuff. They had Captain Crunch, Apple Jacks, Sugar Smacks. Oh my good. They had the Frosted Flakes. We didn't get no Frosted Flakes. We used to eat Cone Flake. Okay? We didn't have Raisin Bran. We had Cone Flake with raisins. Oh my god, they had the real cornflakes with the Tony the Tiger. While we had that little funny looking bird. Okay? Have you ever seen that bird move? That bird just sit on the box. Okay? That's it. It just sits on the box. But not Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger say, it's great. All right? Yeah, it was great. It was great, all right. Great moving on to 112th Street with all my big brothers. Yes, it was great. Instead of me getting my butt kicked every day and somebody calling me a punk, a sissy, a faggot, that's what my daddy used to call me. He didn't even call me by my name. Okay? Not my big brothers. They was cool. They treated me well. Okay? Yes. I remember the times my big brothers, Tony, Gangsta, and Dale used to take us to the swimming pool and tell us, yeah, nobody better not mess with y'all. Tony, Gangsta used to be like, yeah, come get me. Somebody mess with you, come get me. I'm going to kick their butt. That's how Gangsta was, all right? And first, here it goes. It'd be like this. This is how it was when I first met him, when I first went down the street. It was like this. Hey, Mom. What? I said, can we go swimming? Who you going? No, you can't go swimming. Please, Craig going. Who Craig going with? His brother, his big brother taking him. His big brother Dale. What? His big brother Dale? Who else going? I said, Gangsta. She said, Gangsta? You ain't going with no gangster? I said, Mom, he ain't a real gangster. She said, I don't know him. I don't know no gangster. I said, his name is Tony. We just call him Gangster. She goes, I don't think I know. I said, yes, you do. I said, his mama's the pretty lady down the street. Oh, that's his mama? Yeah, the pretty lady down the street. That's his mama. I didn't know his mama's name. And we didn't know his mama's name. So everybody at the end of the block on where my auntie lived at used to call Tony's mother the pretty lady down the street. That was okay. It was so funny because what happened was I was down the street or something, and my mom was coming home, and I was standing on the porch with Tony's sister, Audrey. I was standing on the porch with Tony's sister, Audrey, and his little sister, Shauna, right? And and his mother came out. So my mom was driving down the street and she see me standing on the porch with uh, Audrey, her mother, and a little sister. And I was waving at my mom. And so when I went back home, she was asking me, "Who was that?" I said, "Oh, that was oh, this is what she said. This how it happened. This is what she said. She said, "Who was those pretty little girls you were talking to on the porch?" I said, "Pretty little girls." I said, "Pretty little girls." I said, "Audrey and Shauna." She says, "No, no, it was three of them." I said, "It was three of them." I said, "Nah." I said, "It was two, Audrey and Shauna." She said, "No, no, 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 the other little girl." I said, "What other little girl?" She said, the other little, the cute one. The other, both of them were cute. The cute older looking girls." I said, "The two cute older looking girls." I said, "You talking about Audrey's mama?" She goes, "What? No, 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 no. The little girls." I said, "Nah, there wasn't no little girl. That was Audrey's mother." She said, "That young lady was her mother. She's not a teenager." I said, "No, Mom, she's not no teenager. She a grown woman." I said, "She's a grown woman." And she was like, "What? I don't believe that." I said, "Mom, she's a grown lady." And I was like, "Oh, you think she's pretty too, huh?" Like that. I said, "Yeah." I was like, "All the kids think she's pretty. And she smelled good too." Because she used to go to work, right? And Tony would wash her car real good and all this stuff. And when she would go to work, me and Eric would ride down a bike because she would have this cologne on. She'd go, "Oh, wow, she smells so good." And we were right back. And so that's how she got her name. So my auntie used to do hair, and all the ladies in there is like, "Oh, I got to see her. I got to see how she looked. I got to see her." And so all the ladies, when they're leaving the beauty salon, they would drive and see if they see her, Bob, and all of them was like, "Oh, she is pretty, and she looks so young." And that's what. "Oh, she is so pretty, and she looks so young." So that's what we started calling her, the pretty lady down the street. That was funny. So yeah, yeah, Mom. So Tony taking us to the swimming pool. Yeah, his mom, the pretty lady down the street. So that was funny. But yeah, man, I mean, I had a great time with these, living on 112th Street. My brothers. Look, I could say all of them. Hey, guess what? What a coincidence, huh? Horace, 12, living on 112th Street with 12 brothers. Let's be like 12 disciples on 112th Street. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. Wow. Anyway, that was such a great time. 112th Street, brothers, sisters. We was really like family. We even had 112th Street get together one time. We met at the park. Mostly everybody showed up. My little brother Craig wasn't able to make it because I know he was living in Atlanta. But a lot of us showed up there. It was like real cool, and actually, I'm looking forward to doing that again, man. It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing that again. It was nice seeing everybody when we had that. It was a family reunion of 112th Street. Oh man, it was so cool. It was so cool. Hoping that we can do that again. So, hey, if anybody, any of my brothers and sisters from 112th Street, listening to this podcast, and hey, let's work something out. Let's do that again, man. Okay, because that was a good time. Good times. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was my time on 112th Street and how I got there. You know, uh, wow, the best days of my young childhood, young adulthood, all the way to, I graduated high school and, moved on out. And, life was great. Life was good, even though I worked at Taco Hell, it was still fun because I still had good friends there, and I had big brothers there. When I left there, I had Ronnie was my big brother. That was the dude I promised to get his bus pass when he threw it up under the steam cabinet. I was the skinniest one there, and I was the only one that could get it. And that was cool. I made it through. Hey, I made it through that whole time at Taco Hell. Didn't get. I made it. I made it. My goal was to make enough money so I can go to the prom. Okay, all right, and I made it to the prom. All right, Big Brother Dale. Since he was older, he went to the prom and he hooked me up. Called to gave me the numbers. This is limousine service. He took me to go get fitted for a tuxedo and went to this. We went to the mall and he took me to this place that had a nice clothes. He's like, "No, man, you gotta get a suit. Get you a nice suit." So he took me to this place called DJ's, and yeah, got a nice suit. I'm all looking sharp and got some shoes. And, he just took me there, and then it was like, yeah, driving his Dodge Daytona Turbo, and oh man, that was a good time. Boy, that was a good time. Rolling around, you feeling, when you a kid and you rolling around with your big brother and you got a brand new car and it's a Dodge Daytona Turbo and y'all just rolling around, you just feeling like, yeah, you be feeling like you're on top of the world, man. Especially when you just coming from where I was coming from. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, that's why I never forget these guys. I'll never forget 112th Street. It means so much to me. But anyway, if we can do that again, I would love to do it again. All right, y'all. I've been on here too long now. It's probably been an hour or so. I don't really be keeping, tabs like that. I just talk until just tell a story, how that goes. But hey, got plenty of more. Okay. Plenty of more stories. Okay. Because, I want people to, I just tell true stories. That's it. Tell true stories, try to bring a little love and laughter into the game. All right. Try to make things a little light, not so serious, because, and then, listen, if we can take responsibility for ourselves and don't get rid of this religious stuff, because people don't even realize in this religion stuff that, especially the Christianity, when the Christians, they don't even realize what it means. They don't even realize Christianity means against Christ. They don't realize that. Everybody's been lied to. Even when they read their own Bible, they don't understand what they're reading. They don't even understand that they're reading about three different Jesuses. There's three characters they're talking about. They're not even talking about one person when they're reading the Bible. That's how confusing it is. Okay. If you read the Bible, okay, you have to read it yourself. And then once you read it, you should realize what it's really saying. Okay. And the things, okay, if you think that Hitler was evil, then how come you don't think the God that you are serving is evil? Because if this dude is ordering Paul, change his name to Saul, order him to go kill women and children, why is killing people okay for your God to do? And that's not evil. But if Hitler does it, he's evil. You're going to have to make up your mind. Okay? You're going to have to make up your mind. If in your Bible it says to be a slave and obey your slave master, why are you trying to fight to free not to be a slave then? Why didn't you just stay a slave and complaining? You can't have it both ways. Do your God you serve really want you to be a slave? It says it in your Bible. Oh, it doesn't matter because you don't obey your own Bible anyway. Okay. Because if you did, you would be a vegetarian. It tells you that. It tells you that in your own Bible not to eat of the flesh. Why you do it? So why do you disobey your own God and expect somebody else to? That's crazy. It's crazy. In your own Bible, which one of the saints, one of the doggone apostles, he's supposed to be a doggone apostle. Read it. Read your Bible. Okay, I'm not making this up. It's in your own Bible. The dude asked if he knew who Bar Jesus was. And his answer was, this is supposed to be a follower of Jesus. And he said, yes, I know him, the evil one. Why is he calling Jesus the evil one? If you believe in your own Bible, then you must believe that he is evil, just like your Bible says. Now, give me a break. Since I'm not making it up and it's in your own Bible, then explain it to me why he's not the devil. Now, I say it, everybody is mad at Horus. Horus said we worshiping the devil. But why ain't nobody saying that when Billy Carson say it? Oh, because Billy Carson is famous and he got fans? Really? Hey, just trying to wake you up. Let you know where true love is. True love is you. They got you looking for some entity that's outside of you. You the Christ. The Christ is in you. Okay? You want to believe religion and your government? They both work hand in hand. Okay? The same people that enslaved you gave you Jesus. And you took it and ran with it. Now, when the real Messiah comes, when the real person, he ain't even calling himself the Messiah. But when the real truth comes, Tahiti, Troth, Dr. Malachi Z. York, here in the flesh, what you do? Black folks is not trying to follow the truth. Then you're going to have black folks set them up. You're going to have black folks set them up. How could... Got black folks set them up, lying on them. People that's supposed to be in the clique, calling themselves Nuwapians, fake. Oh my goodness. Okay, they got some real Nuwapians out there, okay? It's still some real ones there. The fake ones is the one who lied on them and made up all these false accusations. And that's why I say anybody in the spiritual community, anybody that says they're in the spiritual community knows he's telling the truth. They know it. It's not know what they believe. And if they don't believe and they tell you they're in the spiritual community, then they are a liar. That is the person I wouldn't listen to. I wouldn't take any advice from because they're a liar. They want something that they want to gain. Something out there they out for itself. This Dr. Malachi Z. York, he is out for the world. He's out for everybody. He is out for the melanated being. He knows why we are here on this planet. Okay? We are supposed to uplift humanity. That's right. The melanated beings, the ones who've been here since the beginning of time, the beginning of creation. Okay? Before any religion, anything, it was Wusabat. Okay? And it is not a cult. Anybody tell you it's a cult, they are a liar. Run from them. Leave them. Don't listen. If somebody speaks against the culture Wusabat, okay? I'm not saying a Nuwapian, because you got some real, true Nuwapians like myself, okay, that don't get involved in nonsense. Okay, that's on a higher level of loving. That's true. Being true to themselves, and if they being true to themselves, they're being true to the world. Okay, that's it. All right. So if they say they're in a spiritual community and they're trying to act like they're connected, then they would be supporting Dr. Malachi Z. York, because they would know, just like I know, who he is. Okay? Just like I know. Because if I'm in the spiritual community and I say I'm connected to a higher power, a higher source, higher energy, I know who my ancestors are. Okay? I know who my ancestors are. I know who I am. All right? You guys talking about proving Jesus? No proof, none. But why is there so much proof of Horus? It's even proof of me, who I say I am. Okay? Because if it's another being on this planet who has the exact same body measurements as the Temple of Horus, let me know. Please let me know. Okay? And I'm talking about measuring fingers, fists, the whole 9, feet, height. It better match the Temple of Horus. It better match the Temple of Horus. And that person better have the exact same birthmarks. He better have the measurements and the birthmarks too. Okay? So it's proof of Horus. It's proof of Horus coming back, saying who he is. But y'all waiting for some white, long, stringy hair, blue-eyed devil? You gonna meet him too. You gonna meet him too. Okay? Wasn't nobody expecting some black, bony, bald-headed black man? Some bald-headed, melanated god? You think they was expecting that? Dog, I wasn't expecting it. Okay? I didn't know who I was. And when I didn't know who I was, I act like I didn't know who I was. Okay? But the spirit of Horus, the soul of Horus, was always there. That's why I did certain things or looked at certain things a certain way. Some people thought I was weird. Okay? Like, man, you kind of weird there. And I'm like, nah, man, I ain't weird. But you saying that I should do things that I know I shouldn't do. Yeah, but everybody drink, everybody smoke, everybody. No, not me. Okay. I didn't even, that was then, because I used to eat meat then when I didn't know any better. Okay. But once you know the truth, you're going to stop eating that meat. Okay. Because once I realized the truth, I knew who I was, everything. Okay. Not harming, that's one of the laws of Mayat. Okay. All right. How can you pay reverence to animals if you kill them and eat them? Huh? How can you pay reverence to animals? You're supposed to give reverence to all life. You're supposed to honor all life. Okay? That's why I hug trees now. I didn't hug trees before. I hug them now. I hug them on a daily basis. I take my shoes off and plant my feet in the ground. I do that on a daily basis. Well, when I'm in Minnesota, I can only do it on the sunny days. But other than that, when it's snowing, I can't do it. But other than that, when it's a good day, like today was, I plant my feet in the ground, I meditate, And none of these things I was doing, none of this stuff, because I wasn't treating my body like I was a god. I didn't know I had the Christ spirit within me. That's every melanated being. I'm not the only one, okay? There's plenty of people like me. There's plenty of people that's waking up to who they are. Especially now in 2024, isn't that the time the truth shall be revealed? Didn't I say that? Gee whiz, Cat Williams is letting out a whole lot of truth. And now you see why I wasn't so popular in a comedic world. You know, only thing I'm doing is the pop-up shows and the open mics, getting standing ovations, but they not letting me in that door. Okay, why? First of all, my name, telling the truth. They already know you can't let me in because all my stories are true. So how you gonna let me in? And you already know I'm only telling the truth. Okay, they didn't know Cat Williams was gonna tell the truth about the whole Hollywood thing. Okay, people, I got first time in. It was called like the first time funnies or something. Man, everybody in the audience, not one person was sitting down. Not one was sitting down. Do you see me on any big stages? Okay, because that what all that stuff Cat Williams was saying is true. Okay, if you ain't willing to, if you coming in and they already see you ain't finna put on no dress, they already see they ain't finna demasculize you. You know, they see they not gonna get you to do what they want you to do. It's a wrap. They not letting you in. Okay, because they was not letting me in. Okay, when I went to the Comedy Store, uh, look, I went to the Comedy Store, right? The dudes at the Comedy Store had seen me perform at the Laugh Factory, okay, and they seen me get a standing ovation. So now I'm gonna come to the. I was at the Laugh Factory, then I go to the Comedy Store, right? So then I went there, and then those dudes that was at the same dudes that was at the Comedy Store, I mean, same dudes that was at the Laugh Factory was at the Comedy Store. Okay, so the dude that was like that worked security, and he worked security, and he was a ticket taker. Okay, and he had been there for 5 years. All right, he's been working there for 5 years already. So when I come up to go do the, to get in line for a show, they had the open mic thing, and they pull your name on out the hat and all this kind of stuff, right? And supposedly, if you go so many times, they're supposed to just put you up, okay? And another thing, the dude the guy that did the security and he was the ticket taker, he told me, "Oh man, don't worry about it. I can get you in because I've been working here for 5 years. I can get anybody in." He said, "That's all I got to do is give me your ticket and go to the door and you in. So don't worry about it, Horace. You cool, right?" The dude comes back, scratching his head, saying, "Bro, I've been working here for 5 years. And in 5 years, they have never, ever told me no to anybody I told them to put up. They've never, ever have told me no in 5 years. And I give them this. They going to say, no, they not putting you up. You must be really good. I know you are. What happened? And that was it. I'm like, oh, those are the gatekeepers here. They see me perform at the doggone Laugh Factory. They see me get a standing ovation, And on those kind of days, sometimes a lot of comedians be coming, so they don't be laughing. Whenever you go to a lot of these shows, open mics especially, a lot of them just trying to steal your jokes, but they can't steal my story. They too late. Jesus already did it, so they can't steal the stories I'm up there telling, because, or you know what I'm saying? They can't steal those stories. It's my life. I'm telling life stories. So yeah, they didn't let me in. So, and I never, as a matter of fact, I had stopped going to the comedy clubs doing that because I was like, man, F y'all. I was like that. And the storytelling community just bam, to open arms, man. The storytelling people is a whole different crowd. Storytelling people are more intellectual. Okay, so I'm telling the same old stories, and man, they enjoyed it. They like it. Some people want to hear the truth. They like hearing true stories. They don't care how crazy it sounds. You know what I mean? So, they don't care how crazy it sounds. They just know, hey, you Horus, and you telling the good story. Okay? You don't even have to talk about religion. Okay? Because I don't care. I don't listen. I'm not into nobody's religion. Okay? I study the Wusabat culture, and I am a Nuwapian. That's it. Okay? Because that's who I am. I don't consider myself a black man. I consider myself a Nuwapian. Okay? I'll call myself a Nuwapian, African. That's it. Okay? I know where my roots are from. I know what I am. And I wasn't, and during that time in the beginning, I was a Nuwapian. I wasn't an African. I was a Nuwapian. You can say I was African, an African Nuwapian. But my culture, Wusabat, predates every religion on the planet. Understand me. If Wusabat was first, then you can skip your Muslim, your whatever, your Christianity, your Roman Catholic, your Buddhist, it was before. It predates every religion. Okay? They will tell you that they got, listen here, you go to the East where they don't believe in Jesus, they will tell you straight up that they got their information from the sun gods. Straight up. Sun gods. Osiris is a sun god. Isis is a sun god. Horus is a sun god. Troth is a sun god. Mayat is a sun god. Gabe is a sun god. Newt is a sun god. So hey, wake up. Don't be upset because you have been lied to by your slave master for so many years. Don't be mad at the people that's bringing you the truth about what happened to you. Do something about it. Don't let them take over your life. You take over your own life. Okay? Divide and conquer is what they did. Divide and conquer. Okay? Unity. Unite. Love. Harmony. Peace. Justice. Love. Mayat. You get all of that. Virtue. Practice the Wusabat culture. Study the laws of Mayat. Watch how your life improve. I guarantee you, live that way. You ain't got to worry about no religion ever again in your life. You ain't got to worry about, oh, I wonder if Jesus loved me. Because you ain't going to need that kind of love when you got the real love inside you right now. You already got the love. You just forgot. That's all that happened to us. We forgot who we were. Okay? So as bad as my parents treated me, I am not mad, angry. I am grateful that they brought me into this world. Okay? That's why I'm grateful for them. I don't care if I don't care if they don't like me. I like me. I love me. That's all that matters to me. And I know for a fact my heavenly mother and father loves me. Baby, that's all the love I need. That's it. I got love from my heavenly mother and father. And I love me. I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else's love at all. How you think it was so easy for me to shut down the uh, uh, TV and Facebook and all that stuff for how long did I do it? 96 days. Okay. I ain't afraid to live by myself. I'm good company. I'm good company. Okay? I am not lonely at all. I love the life I'm living. Love it. Okay? Love it. And guess what? I want you to love yourself and love life too. All right? Peace, love, and happiness. I'll see you on the next show. Love you and stay blessed.